I'm pleased to welcome a student from the class of 2017, Alexandra Wild, who will lead us in singing the national anthem, followed by the Worcester State University Chorale, led by Dr. Christy Nigro, singing our alma mater, which is printed inside the last page of your program. Please remain standing for both songs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Worcester State, our noble college, we take pride in you. As we gather gaining knowledge, we will e'er be true. Worcester State lifts and raise each voice as we now sing your praise. Memories we all will cherish of our college days. When we came to our dear campus, strangers all were we. Forming bonds we did with many, learning set us free. Worcester State listen, raise each voice as we now sing your praise. Memories we all will cherish of our college days. Years to pass at Worcester State, and as we travel on, we'll recall the joys we had. Our hearts will ne'er be gone. Worcester State listen, raise each voice as we now sing your praise. Memories we all will cherish of our college days.
Please be seated. We are gathered on this special occasion to celebrate a memorable event. Commencement represents the culmination of much dedication and hard work by those who are graduated today. I ask all in the audience to remain seated during the ceremony and please silence your cell phones. There will be time after the conclusion of formal exercises for both celebration and picture taking. We have engaged professional photographers who will be taking pictures of each graduate, and the graduates have received information on ordering photos directly from that company. We are privileged to have with us a number of distinguished participants and guests representing various constituencies who will bring greetings to our graduates. First, we have the Honorable Harriet Chandler, Senator for the 1st Worcester District and the Majority Leader of the Massachusetts Senate, and upon whom we conferred an honorary doctorate in 1988. Senator Chandler.
Congratulations to the class of 1917. My goodness, 2017, please forgive me. I bring greetings from the Great and General Court, and we know that you're 100 years younger than that. We also know that you are the best investment that we at the General Court can possibly make in your future and in the future of this Commonwealth. This is an exciting day, for we are all here to celebrate the completion of your studies and recognize you for your accomplishments at Worcester State University. You chose to make a meaningful commitment in pursuing an education at Worcester State, and we know you have not been disappointed. Am I right? Yes. As you begin this next chapter of your life, remember the mission of Worcester State University to promote lifelong intellectual growth and global awareness, and live that out wherever you go next. As a graduate of Worcester State University, you have the potential to change other people's lives. However, how you choose to spend the knowledge and skills learned at this school is up to you. Whenever you lose your focus or your strength, remember the many people in your lives who love you and have supported you in the best and worst of times, and that you have already been given valuable tools to succeed. Find those tools, use them in the years ahead. Whenever you are presented with an obstacle that you feel like you cannot overcome, remember that you have already overcome many obstacles in your lifetime, and you will find the strength to overcome them again. It is my hope that you will continue to strive for greatness. When one goal is achieved, do not be quick to lose sight of the other goals that you have. Commencement is a word with a double meaning. It is the end of your time here at Worcester State University, but also the beginning of your life as a graduate. It is be the best that you can be in everything that you do, and it will prove to serve you well in the future. Again, and I'm going to say it right this time, congratulations and best wishes, the class of 2017, to a job well done.
Representing the Massachusetts Department of Higher Education is Commissioner Carlos Santiago.
Good morning to you all. I bring you congratulations on behalf of Governor Charlie Baker, Secretary of Education James Pizer, the Board of Higher Education and its Chairman, Chris Gabrielli. We are proud of your accomplishments, and I say this a bit selfishly. We know that in the next decade, approximately 25% of the Massachusetts labor force will be retiring, and it is the most educated component of our labor force. In an economy that is knowledge-driven, an economy that is described as the most innovative in the nation. It's an economy that definitely depends upon brain over brawn. We know that you have received exceptional training from the faculty and staff of this wonderful institution. But know that the future of the Commonwealth rests with you. You are the foundation for that future. You will be the drivers of our economy. You will be the drivers of our well-being. So congratulations, and thank you for being that foundation in building both a robust economy and a just society. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
And now please welcome George Albro, Chair of the Worcester State University Board of Trustees.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I congratulate all of you. As trustees, we care deeply about the experience of our students and feel privileged to share with you this special day. We know that your professors have done a great job in preparing you for the opportunity to learn well, to grow, and to reach your potential. Because you are here today, it is clear that you have seized the opportunity. On a personal note, I would like to give you 2 points of advice. I can do that because I have been 21 and you have never been 73. 1, make the right choice. There are only 2 choices, the right one and the wrong one. You know the difference. The right one is the easy one. 2nd, help others like many have helped you. They will be happy, and so will you be happy. Live by the idea of give a lot and expect little in return. Again, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations.
And now it's my pleasure to invite to the lectern Professor Donald Bullens, President of the Worcester Chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association and Associate Professor of Communication, to bring greetings from the outstanding faculty.
Good morning. I'll be brief because I have a sore throat. I thought that would get me a standing ovation. It's my pleasure to bring greetings from the faculty and librarians of Worcester State University. And on their behalf, congratulations to the class of 2017. We're so proud of you and all that you've accomplished throughout your years at Worcester State. I'd now like to ask our dedicated and distinguished faculty and librarians to please stand and be recognized. Thank you.
And now you will hear from one of our outstanding students, Mr. Andrew Hui No, class of 2017, President of the Student Government Association, who will bring greetings from the student body.
Welcome everybody. So it has been my honor to serve as the elected SJA president and for the student body. Also, I'm honored to be celebrating with you today as a fellow member of the class of 2017. All right. As you graduate, remember that the world is your oyster, and we are all now able to take advantage of all the opportunities that life has to offer. Continue to challenge yourself, take some risks, and find your passion. Because at the end of the day, you should be satisfied for who you are and who you aim to be. One thing that I've learned from my 4 years at Worcester State is that my peers are truly talented individuals. Being in a role where I get to work and interact with so many individuals and seeing them progress and grow is truly rewarding. I've come to realize that it's not about what your parents think, how you react, how your friends react. Don't be afraid to fail and or make mistakes, because mistakes are what make us stronger and smarter. Here's to a lifelong journey of discovering the different things that we are passionate about. Remember to learn, grow, love, and experience all the things that life has to offer. And if you do this, you will have some of the best stories to tell future students when we come back and give back as alums. On behalf of the entire student bodies, welcome and congrats to the class of 2017. All right.
Now please welcome a dedicated graduating senior, Mr. Corey Late, who not only served as chair of the 2017 class committee, but also served as the student trustee.
Good morning, class of 2017 graduates. Looking back today, it is easy to say that the years it took to graduate and make it to this ceremony have gone by too fast. It's easy to think of the good times, the laughs we had, and the friends we made, and think that our college careers have flown by in a blur. But I'd rather us think about what we worked on to earn this commencement. Remember the 7-page paper you wrote on the complexities of ancient Egypt. Remember sitting through an endless lecture on the ins and outs of chlorophyll. Remember thinking if every hour you put into studying was worth the stress and the lack of sleep. I am here speaking to you today to tell you that it was worth it. The most valuable lesson from our education and time at Worcester State is that hard work and perseverance can achieve anything. Every graduate in this room should be immensely proud of what we've accomplished, because every major and every student here has something to offer the world. Our VPA majors will no doubt create music and theater that will inspire others to work toward their own dreams. Our science and health majors will innovate their respective fields with new ideas and fresh perspectives that will save lives. And Worcester State's own business majors will improve not just the bottom line, but also the lives of others by bringing a commitment to ethical practices and philanthropy to our workplaces. Every graduate here today has earned their degree from Worcester State University and should feel proud knowing it. Feel proud that you pushed through any self-doubt or difficulty and overcame the obstacles standing between you and your degree. I will end my remarks today with this quote from author Stephen King. "Talent is cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented individual from the successful one is a lot of hard work." Congratulations, graduates, class of 2017.
Thank you, Corey. I would like to recognize the two class of 2017 advisors, Leanne Susi, formerly an academic advisor at Worcester State, and Jennifer Quinn, WSU Health and Wellness Educator. Other members of our platform party who will not be recognized later in the program are seated here because they play a special role with respect to Worcester State. So please stand and acknowledge Faculty Marshal Professor Renuka Jain of our Business Administration and Economics Department, who carries our mace. Honorary doctorate recipient in 2015, class of 1993 alumna, and Board of Higher Education member, Dr. Sheila Harity. Thank you both for your commitment to higher education. You may be seated. We also have dedicated members of the Worcester State University Board of Trustees who are volunteers providing the financial oversight necessary to ensure a smoothly operating university. Please stand as I call your name. We have Chairperson Albro from the classes of 65 and 68 who lives in Worcester. Vice Chair Craig Blaze from Sutton. Mary Ann Hammond, 69 and 72, Vice Chair from Rochdale. Alita M. Fazone from South Grafton. Karen M. LaFonge from Worcester. Corey J. Late, our graduating student trustee from Lancaster. Stephen F. Madaus from Worcester. Dina A. Nichols from Shrewsbury. Marina I. Taylor from Sutton. David H. Tuttle, class of '01 from Barry. And trustee Shirley Steele, who was unable to be here today. Thank you. And now I have the great privilege of introducing the 11th president of Worcester State University, President Barry Maloney.
Thank you, Dr. Wims, and good morning. On behalf of Worcester State University, I welcome Senator Harriet Chandler, Commissioner Santiago, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests, as well as the family and friends of our more than 1,190 graduating seniors. I know that was kind of a big number, it's kind of a pause there. To you students who become alumni today, congratulations. We thank you for your determination to succeed, and we applaud you for your achievement. Over the last few years, I've been grappling with the notion of what's the best way to answer the question that's often raised when I go around the state. What is that makes a public university different from the many fine private universities that we have in the region? In preparing for these commencement thoughts, the answer became very plain. It is you, our students. I hear time and time again, especially from faculty who teach you, about the qualities that I suspect set many of our students apart from the majority of students at private universities in some very, very good ways. I'm sure that the difference is a bit of a chicken and egg question, meaning it's unclear if students arrived here substantially changed. However, my long years of experience in public higher education tell me, though, that through the course of your years here, the public mission of this place seeps in and it changes you. It will help you to make your way in the world and in turn make the world a better place. But let me start by pointing out a few facts that you may not know about Worcester State. First, more than half of our incoming new students this past fall were first-generation students. If you or your brother or your sister were the first member of your family to go to college, give yourself a hand right now. What an example that you are setting for your siblings and future generations of your family, and I want to congratulate you on your achievement. Second, 27% of the 2016-2017 class identifies as non-Caucasian, predominantly African American, Latino, and Asian. Worcester is the second largest city in New England and is experiencing a bit of a renaissance. I observe this as a resident of the city, and news outlets are reporting this every day. This means that in addition to the diversity on our campus, students from all backgrounds can find a comfort zone with a critical mass of people like themselves, and all of us can enjoy the enrichment that a multicultural environment offers. As a public institution, we also welcome differently abled students as we provide accessibility services for any student with a need. This means that we are all able to learn from one another. We are also a community that values our LGBTQ students and are proud of groups like the Gay Pride Alliance. We are a campus that has benefited greatly from student activism. Third, after graduation, you are more likely to stay in Massachusetts to contribute back to the economic vitality and social fabric of our cities and towns. Statistics that I have read show that 60% of our graduates of the public higher education institutions in the Commonwealth were working in the state 4 years after graduation, while only 38% of those who graduated from private institutions were. Worcester State specific data indicate that for us, that percentage is much higher, probably 80 to 85%. So while these aspects of our student body may separate us from our private education counterparts in the region, they don't tell us much about why professors enjoy teaching WSU students. I'd venture to say that the qualities that they are responding to are less quantifiable, but equally real. Our Department of Education faculty member, Pamela Hollander, puts it, I admire our students on their journey with many potential obstacles, working 30 to 40 hours per week, taking care of family members, dealing with their own and family members' health issues. They don't have the protections from some hardships that their private school counterparts have. On the whole, our students are hardworking and genuinely appreciative of the opportunity to learn. Yeah, that's a good quote, yeah. For so many of us who chose a public university, as I did, as our commencement speaker did, as many members of our Board of Trustees have, the public education was the lighting of the fire, as William Butler Yeats put it. It sparked a fire for learning and a passion for reasoned discourse, something that is sorely needed in today when sound bites and 140-character tweets seem to determine our nation's course. A Chronicle of Higher Education writer, a faculty member at a SUNY college, describes her classroom as a place where there is critical engagement, resolve, and generosity embodied by her students. And those words ring true, I feel, for Worcester State students as well. Students like Ross Reynolds, midshipman first class of Leominster, who has been a member of the Naval ROTC program since enrolling at Worcester State. Ross is a leader in all that he does, a role model for youth and peers. A nominee from an award says about him, peers, youth, and elders admire his determination, respect for responsibility, passion, and hard work. Today, he graduates magna cum laude with a degree in criminal justice. He has been an active member of the President's Students Ambassadors. He has advocated for higher education support with members of Congress. He represented Worcester State University on a trip to Ireland. He has worked with students at the May Street School, teaching them leadership and teamwork. He recently received the Richard D. Perello Leadership Award for Professional and Academic Excellence by a Marine Options student, the Marine Corps League of Worcester's Award for Devotion, Duty, and Service, and the Military Orders of the World Wars Award. That was a tough one to say. This morning, right before this ceremony, Ross was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Marine Corps. Ross, we know that you have and that you will serve us well, and we are indebted to you for your service. Worcester State students like Andrea Nassif, a psychology major from Dartmouth, Mass., know what it's like to balance urgent family concerns, schoolwork, and a job and stay on track. This is a story that I'm sure that our keynote speaker can relate to. Andrea's mother, Nellie, who coexisted with a rare form of cancer for many years by the time Andrea had set off to college at Worcester State. In Andrea's junior year, though, things got much worse. As the cancer spread to her mother's heart, she was given only months to live. By late 2016, Andrea's mother was moved into hospice and planned her funeral with her family. Andrea prepared today to cross the stage with her mother gone. As an on-campus student, Andrea had held down a desk job at Sheehan Hall while traveling home almost every weekend. Soon after, her mother began an alternative treatment plan that reduced her tumors, and while she continues to live with cancer, she has made the Mass General Hospital's Wall of Hope. Nellie is here today joining us with her daughter. Andrea said she didn't work hard enough in high school, and she was not accepted at first to Worcester State. She did next what Worcester State students do. She buckled down to meet her goal. She attended a small school in New Hampshire and earned a 3.8 GPA. She transferred into her first choice college, Worcester State, in her sophomore year. This past semester, she spent the spring break in Nicaragua with Professor Francisco Vivoni, where she made connections with the MANA Project International. They have now hired her to work there for a year, after which she expects to apply for either a doctoral program in psychology or a mental health counseling program. She also intends to return home for Christmas this December. She says words cannot describe how much Worcester State means to her. Another fine young man who I feel speaks to who we are is Isaac Ofori. Originally from Ghana, Isaac graduated from Worcester's North High School. He is the 2015 Dr. Imu Isaku Undergraduate Summer Fellow, and this year was awarded the Dr. Maureen and Edward Shamgosian Award in Biology, given to the biology or biotech major with a GPA over 3.5 who is engaged in undergraduate research with plans to attend graduate or professional school. Like one of his mentors, Dr. Isaku, who donated $1 million to WSU for research experiences for students and faculty in STEM fields, Isaac plans to be a doctor. Isaac said of Dr. Isaku, "When I see him, I don't see a donor. I see an immigrant who can work through many hard odds leaving Nigeria, and that when he thinks of the Isaku family, it reminds him that there are no excuses and he must work hard to succeed in life." No excuses. I think a lot of us can relate to that approach in life. Each graduating senior story to me reveals what kind of people choose to come to Worcester State University, for sure. But their stories also reflect the impact this public university has had on their personal development as we carry out our mission to educate students who contribute to the economic vitality and social fabric of our communities. I thank you all graduating seniors for the hard work that you've brought here today. I congratulate you as you step off the stage and take life's next step. Remember where you came from, keep working hard, and remember, Worcester State will always be part of who you are. Congratulations.
This morning's commencement speaker provides an example for all of us. As someone who fought hard in the face of any challenge, someone who has dedicated his life to helping others meet the challenges of cancer through his foundation that he and his family have established. Please welcome former New England Patriot and president of the Andruzzi Foundation, Mr. Joe Andruzzi.
Good morning, everybody. Truly an honor to be here today. Amazing to see almost every seat filled in the stadium. Pretty amazing, don't you think? What you see on stage here, what you're looking at, besides a big, large human being, is a lot of hard work and dedication. And for myself, I'd like to share a little bit of my story as you head into your journey of life. For myself, I grew up in a pretty large Italian family from Staten Island, New York. We, a couple of New Yorkers in the crowd, I guess. We had to scrounge for everything we got. My grandparents were immigrants who came over from Italy in the early 1900s, and they had to learn a whole new language. They had to learn a whole new trait. My father is the youngest of 8. And they instilled those values onto him and his siblings, and they instilled them onto myself and my cousins and everybody around in our whole family on how hard work and dedication can get you through life. For myself, growing up with my father by my side, he was a New York City police officer for over 20 years, but also had to work a second job as a handyman. But also, he was always there for our sporting events. Coached baseball, basketball. Unfortunately, under mom's rules, I wasn't allowed to play football until I got to high school. So I was on lockdown until I became a freshman in high school. So as my brothers all attended Catholic school, I chose to go to public school. And I kind of took a test for that, but really wasn't studying. And I knew where I wanted to go, and I chose to go to that school for education, for football, and to help myself better myself as a student and as a football player, because I thought that's what I wanted to do. But I haven't even put a helmet on yet. So as a freshman, I put my helmet on and was thrown into action. Fell in love with the sport, but school wasn't always as easy, as I didn't focus on school right away until my junior, senior year, when a new coach came in and a family friend who kind of booted me in the behind. So as a senior, well, most of you might remember in high school, you were taking a few classes and done for the day. I was going from morning until late afternoon, 8 courses all day long, trying to get my grades up and do better and get a chance to get to college. As my 2 older brothers chose to stay home for college and commute, I had an opportunity with football, to get a chance to go away. I did not get recruited for any big-time schools like Worcester State, so no scholarships coming my way, but I had a chance to go to Southern Connecticut State University down in New Haven, Connecticut, and opportunity to play football and to study elementary education with a background in special education. I found it to be very rewarding. Had a great 4 years there. Had an opportunity to play 4 straight years. Started as a freshman, started 4 straight years. As a junior, I was a All-American at Division II. Pushing myself and knowing how to achieve that, and then also turning around and having an opportunity to work out for an NFL Combine agency, where, coming first rattle out of the gate, I tore my hamstring. So I wasn't on anybody's radar coming my senior year. I was an All-American again, and I was finishing my education. I was going to be a teacher. I got a phone call from an agent who told me, I want to come work you out. I haven't seen you play, but I want to work you out and see what you got. And he said my numbers were comparable and to all the old linemen in a draft that year. And he took me on and gave me a chance. And he said, all you need is one chance, one opportunity. Worked out multiple times. 97 draft came and went. About 10 minutes after the draft, I got a phone call from the Green Bay Packers, and they wanted to sign me to a contract. So I showed up in Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is a very small town. Got off I think the airport's as big as this center here. I signed my contract. I got a big fat 0 bonus. They even took the pen back that I signed my contract with. But then walking into the locker room and seeing the likes of Brett Favre, Reggie White, and looking around that locker room and saying, wow, this is pretty amazing. How many people want to be in my shoes right now and be in my locker? I have an opportunity of a lifetime here. And I knew through hard work and dedication that's been instilled on me that I can do this. I put my pants on and helmet the same way they do. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to prove people wrong. I was once told I would never make it a day in the league. And I think I challenged that on pretty good. But as a rookie, I didn't play very much and had an opportunity to oversee everything. I spent 3 great years out there in Green Bay, met my wife out there, and I like to say 2 great things that Green Bay did for me was sign me as a rookie free agent, and then they cut me in 2000. So life comes at you fast. Out of work for a week and trying to move forward. I got a phone call from some team called the New England Patriots. So right then and there, I realized the true definition of the NFL is not for long. Not for long meaning in life. There's so much meaning to that, whether it's football, business, whatever field you're in. A lot of things do not last that long, and you got to cherish every moment. And you don't get many opportunities in life. And here's my second opportunity, and I wasn't going to waste that. And pushing myself and getting, just rehabbed my knee, coming back on the field and had a chance opportunity. 2 days here in New England, Coach Belichick came over to me and said, you're the starting left guard in the next game. So, then began 5 a.m. till probably about 9 at night, watching film, pushing myself in the weight room, pushing myself on the field, had to learn a whole new offense, had to learn new teammates, and saying, once again, I can do this thing. I know what I can do. I'm going to give it all I got. The hard work and dedication, I had to give 110% on everything everything I had to do out there, and knowing that it was going to help and benefit me as a player, but also my team. Finished in 2000, came back in 2001 and was able to turn around and hold on to my starting job and be able to, play next to some great players. But then after week one, I was sitting in a dentist chair and hearing over the radio that a plane hit the towers. As I told you, I have 3 brothers. My 3 brothers are New York City firemen. I look up to them every day. They're my heroes. One of my brothers was a first responder in Tower 1, was running out of Tower 1 when it was falling behind him. We cherish him and many others, and to have them out there the week later when we played the New York Jets and having them stand out there with their uniforms on and what they represented was truly amazing. That whole year was amazing. We triumphed as a team and as a family. We stuck together, moving forward week in and week out, moving forward and able to hold up that Lombardi trophy in New Orleans that year was truly amazing. So. And what do you know? We got to do it a couple more times after that. But unfortunately, the true meaning of NFL, not for long, comes in play again. My contract was up, and I went and finished my career with the Cleveland Browns. Was released by them in April of '07, and then life came at me fast. Training, working out, just finished my 10th year, about to go play for my 11th year somewhere else. Went to see my doctor, and I was diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma, a very rare and aggressive form of cancer that doubles in size in 24 hours. Then began a 50-plus day stay in the hospital, coming back to here in New England to get some of the best treatment I can ever receive, but knowing that I had to fight for my life. I fought a lot of battles on the field, but here I am battling for my life, for my family. I was able to finish treatment. It was a 3-month protocol, which was pretty tough on the body, but then began the battle of my entire body, my mind, my body, and my entire life. How was I moving forward? I had a big battle with depression and trying to settle back and trying to remember how I got there. Hard work and dedication, how I battled each battle on the field. I had a battle for my life, and now I had a battle to move on. And I got a phone call from a stranger looking for some inspiration for her son who was just diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma. And he is now a pediatric oncologist in New Hampshire, but he did more for me than anything. Hung up that phone and looked over at my wife, Jen, and said, we could do a lot of good with this. And in May of 2008, we started the Joe Andruzzi Foundation to help relieve a little bit of that stress for families and individuals that are battling cancer by paying some home end bills, the stuff that's forgotten about during that tough time, to relieve a little bit of that burden. So we impact lives in such a positive manner that's so rewarding to myself, my whole foundation, but the supporters all around. So since 2008, we've helped fund 6,300 families and individuals throughout the New England area. In 2013, my foundation brought me to the Boston Marathon. We had 20 runners that day. Excuse me. We all know the tragedy that happened that day, and my watch party, our foundation watch party, was there at Forum Restaurant where the second bomb went off. Thankfully enough, all of our constituents were safe. Some had to go to the hospital, but others out in front, weren't as safe. But the perseverance of everybody surrounding that day, people running to action, myself, you don't think, you just react. And I was able to break down fences. I was able to help carry a woman to an ambulance, and many people did many great deeds that day. Whether they were first responders, strangers, or anybody. It was truly amazing to be around there, seeing more people run down Boylston Street than run away from Boylston Street. Pretty amazing. And I believe in all my challenges in life, I'm sure you had many challenges in life already, but my challenges in life are what was planned for me by God. God has a plan for all of us. It's how you react and respond to your different obstacles in life. Share my story today because I truly believe that leaving here today, all of you, have some key messages that have been moving into my life. Set your goals high. Through hard work and dedication, you will succeed. Your positive attitude will set the tone for the direction in your lives. Your resilience as human beings will overcome obstacles that are placed in front of you. You can't change the past. You can't change what you did yesterday. Heck, you can't even change what you did this morning, right? You can plan for tomorrow. Most of you have done that already. Tomorrow can be planned for, focusing on that, but focusing on the present. Today. Enjoy what's in front of you today. Keep cherishing, keep reaching for those goals, and keep moving forward and live life in a positive manner. God bless you all, and congratulations to all you graduates out there and all the families and out in the crowd here. Thank you.
Joe, thank you so much for those inspiring remarks. Please, I'd like to now call Trustee Albro forward to make a special presentation.
Mr. Joe Andruzzi is known for helping people, whether it was as an offensive lineman protecting a young Tom Brady in the early 2000s, or providing financial and emotional support to thousands who face the challenges of cancer via the Joe Andruzzi Foundation. As a member of the New England Patriots, Mr. Andruzzi helped his team earn 3 Super Bowl rings on the field and off the field, founded the C.J. Buckley Brain Cancer Research Fund at Children's Hospital in Boston. When he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's Burkitt's lymphoma in 2007, he admirably fought the disease aggressively with strength and courage, setting an example for the many who face the challenges of cancer. Mr.